Good evening, friends. Welcome to Astro Chandrika YouTube channel. We have been discussing the untold secrets of Rasis as Lagna or the moon side. We have completed discussing about two signs, Aries and Taurus. Today, let us discuss about the third sign of the zodiac, Gemini. As I already told you, for understanding the structure of the zodiac, what has been given to us in the Kala Purusha, we need to consider the planets posited in their own houses and try to delineate a blank chart, only taking into account the Lagna or the moon sign. Today we will consider Gemini as the Lagna or the moon sign. Gemini Lagna is a little bit tricky to delineate. Let us see how it is. Gemini Lagna is ruled by Mercury. It is placed in between Taurus and Cancer, or Venus and Moon. Both the planets are beneficial and also friends to Mercury. But since the Lord of the Lagna, Mercury, and Lord of the third house, Sun, they are always together, and Mercury is in close proximity with Sun, and third house happens to be the functionally malefic sign. Though Sun is a friend of Mercury, it is a cruel planet. Therefore, the Gemini Lagna people, though they are intelligent, they normally have some sorts of small ailments throughout because of the conjunction of the cruel planet Sun. Always, most of the times, Sun and Mercury are conjoined. Also, Gemini happens to be owned by Mercury, and Mercury also owns the Virgo sign. The first and fourth signs for Gemini Lagna. Mercury is something connected to the speech. Okay. Many of the lawyers are born in this particular line. And also, friends, the Virgo sign is the sixth sign of the Kala Purusha. Then, the Gemini sign is aspected by Jupiter and Mars. Though the aspect of Jupiter is considered good, but the aspect of Mars on Gemini sign, the eighth aspect, is not considered well because Mars and Mercury are enemies to each other. Then, coming to the second house, Cancer, whose lord is Moon. It is placed between the Mercury, the Lagna lord, and the third lord, Sun. Mercury and Sun are friends to Moon. Okay. The sign Cancer is aspected by Saturn, Jupiter, and Mars. Mars from Aries, Jupiter from Pisces, and Saturn from Capricorn. Okay. These people, the Gemini Lagna people or the Gemini ascendant people, are highly diplomatic. Though they are truthful, they will be in a position to make a lie into truth. That is their diplomatic capacity. Because though the aspect of Jupiter is very well on this side, it is an exalted aspect for Jupiter, but the aspect of Saturn always creates a sort of uh, unhappiness in their life. Okay. Always they will be wanting something. They lack something. Otherwise, financially they are sound. As the aspect of Jupiter is there, the Karaka of wealth and also the Karaka of the second house. And though Moon and Jupiter are not friends, they are neither inimical. Financially, they are sound. Coming to the third house, Leo. Leo is ruled by Sun, placed between Moon and Mercury, aspected by Saturn, Jupiter. These people have good number of brothers and sisters, as the Karaka of the third house, Mars, is friend to Sun. Friends, here you please note, I am trying to link with the Karakas of the houses to the owners of the planets. This is a point to be noted here. So, the Karaka of the third house, Mars, and Sun are friends. So, these people have a good number of brothers and sisters. But because of the aspect of Saturn, these people will be in a better position compared to their siblings. Okay. These people appear to be revengeful because of the aspect of the Saturn, but the aspect of Jupiter tries to control their negative thoughts. Coming to the fourth house, Virgo, ruled by Mercury, placed between Sun and Venus, aspected by Jupiter. These people will have fairly good education. They are intelligent. And coming to the fourth house, Karakatwas, Moon is a friend of Mercury. Here I brought Moon because Moon is the Karaka of the fourth house. Moon is a friend of Mercury. Okay. The mother of these people is respectable, of a good family, but if Moon is ill placed or it is nearer to Sun, these people may have to live away from their mother for long, or they may lose their mother at early age. They will have good landed property. Okay. Then, coming to the fifth house, Libra, ruled by Venus, it is placed between Mercury and Mars. Though Mercury and Mars are enemies to each other, they are friends to Venus. And the sign is aspected by Mars, Saturn. 10th aspect of Saturn falls on Libra. Okay. These people are intelligent, but owing to the aspect of Saturn, they may not be quick in perception. Jupiter and Venus are inimical. These people will have children, but they may lose one or two children, and the remaining will survive them. They have good number of friends, and due to the aspect of the Saturn on the fifth house, sometimes they become spiritual in thinking. Otherwise, they are generally lucky. Coming to the sixth house, Scorpio, placed between Jupiter and Venus, most benefic planets, aspected by Venus, Saturn, and Jupiter. This house is very strong for Mithuna Lagna, Gemini Lagna people. But a strong sixth house is not advisable or not good. They have or they may have Runa, Roga, and Shetru. And mostly these people will have good number of enemies also. If Mars is strong in their chart, enemies will be more. If Mercury is stronger than Mars, that will be mitigated to some extent. So, as sixth house becomes very strong, they may take loans, will have a lot of enemies, and some enemies will travel along with them throughout the life. And strong sixth house indicates diseases. These people complain frequently of something or the other regarding their body related matters. Okay. Coming to the seventh house, Jupiter, Lord of Sagittarius, placed between Saturn and Mars. Though Saturn and Mars are enemies to each other, inimical to each other, they are friends to Jupiter. Okay. These people marry well, but domestic happiness is a greater discount for them. Because of the placement of Mars and Saturn on either side. Okay. The same time, partnership may not be a good proposition for them. Then, coming to eighth house, Saturn, Lord of Capricorn, placed between Saturn and Jupiter, aspected by Moon. The eighth house, that way, it is strong for Mithuna Lagna people. They live fairly long in life. Again, as I told you, the sixth house, 8th house, and 12th house should not be strong enough in a chart. They should be weak. Here again, the sixth house has become strong, 8th house has become strong, and aspected by the planet Moon, which is changeable in nature. Okay. Therefore, though there is fair amount of longevity for these people, because of the aspect of Moon, they suffer ill health and also unhappiness, misery in life. Coming to the ninth house, Saturn, the Lord of Aquarius, placed between Jupiter and Saturn, aspected by Sun, who is inimical to Saturn. Sun and Saturn are enemies to each other. Ninth house indicates father. Therefore, the relationship between father and son or father and daughter will not be amicable. They are at loggerheads always. They do not agree with each other. These people will not enjoy the parental property. Coming to the 10th house, placed between Saturn and Mars, aspected by Mercury and Saturn. Lord is Jupiter. These people do well in their professions. They are good at advisory capacities, secretaries, in a good position. But whatever be the status in the profession, because of the aspect of Saturn from Capricorn, their job will involve a lot of labor. Okay. Coming to the 11th house, Aries, Lord is Mars, placed between Venus and Jupiter, the most benefic planets, aspected by Saturn and Venus, Jupiter. So the 11th house is fortified for these people. They earn a good amount of money, wealth, sometimes more than what they deserve. Coming to the 12th house, Taurus, owned by Venus, placed between Mercury and Mars. Mercury and Mars are friends to Venus. Taurus is aspected by Mars. 12th house also well placed for Gemini people. They know how to enjoy the life. They spend liberally sometimes, but sometimes they are very sticky to spend even a single rupee. They also tend to do some charity. So friends, this is what about Gemini Lagna. Initially itself I said Gemini Lagna is very tricky to delineate because many of the planets or the symmetry of the planets for this Lagna is somewhat disturbed. Therefore, it is difficult to read a Gemini Lagna chart unless the planets are very well placed in the chart. The general tendency is what I have discussed with you. Thank you very much. We'll continue our journey. Please like the video, share the video, and also subscribe to the Astro Chandrika YouTube channel for getting notifications of future videos. Thank you very much.